Chris chatting for KaijuPop.com. Welcome to my second attempt at doing a Child of Light quick vid for the PS4. If you're around watching the last one live, then it worked. But then I had to go into Twitch and realize that Twitch streams don't archive until you tell the game to bloody archive them. Anyway, Child Light, we're looking at the PS4 version here. This is also out on bloody everything. Everything on the home, you can play at home. The PS4, PS3, Xbox One, 360, PC, Wii U, even. It's on everything. I'm in a town of crows here. Locked. Follow up. I'm not shocked. And here is the crow school, where everybody's learning crow things. Yes. Yeah, this is an RPG. It is a game of the role-playing variety. I don't like role-playing games. In general, I'm going to get this out the front here. I think they take too long to get going, and I don't like turn-based combat. And I heard, "Go home, crow, you're drunk," he's saying call backward. And yeah, so I had reservations about Child of Light. But then I also heard people complaining, or some people have complained, that Child of Light is short and easy. And then I thought, ooh, short and easy, you say? I will get into this. This person's going to give me a quest. Yeah, people have said this is a JRPG, or JRPG styled. I'm not really sure what that means these days. In today's international age, especially as this is developed in Montreal. And oh dear, hang on, I need to make sense of what's going on here. Left a couple of days before to replenish our supplies. Everybody in this game talks in rhyming couplets. In fact, there's one person in my party here, the jester in my party, as we may see later on, struggles to find the right word and then gets constantly corrected by the other characters who get frustrated at them for not speaking in rhyming couplets. That's kind of cute. We're set, so we're going down the well. I think I wasn't paying enough attention. Yes. We're set in Austria here, I think, and the whole thing is taking place in this girl here is Aurora. She is a princess and the child of light, and she has to restore light to this kingdom. She can even fly and stuff. That's how cool she is. But also there's this kind of, in general, this is set in Austria, and it's kind of very European fairy tale-y in its sort of plot direction and story concepts, things like that, because it's it's kind of got a very sort of Hans Christian Andersen feel, or Brothers Grimm, or especially Lewis Carroll kind of feel to it. Aurora here is sick, and this game sort of takes place in her sort of fevered coma dream, and it's not that I've gotten too far into the game here. This is only like the fourth chapter. Yay! You're in my party. And we're going to go down the well together here. And we get her in the well here. Yeah, this whole thing, it's kind of save this kingdom and return back. That's our only way back to mortal Earth here. This is running off the UbiArt framework, which is the same thing that powers Rayman Legends and has done. Rayman Legends, Rayman Origins, and things like that. And it's part of what appeals to me with this game as well. This is something that I've watched in YouTube videos before and gone, yeah, it looks okay, I suppose. But it really isn't until you put this onto a big screen, onto your telly, that it really does look gorgeous. And yeah, these paisley backdrops are amazing. And also, I think just from a design perspective as well, it's very influenced by or the Rayman sort of influence is here, and we'll see that later on. But because there's a spider dropping down here, let's show you the combat. And this is where the sort of JRPG, I suppose, talk has come. I've managed to approach this enemy from behind, so I get a free hit at the start. Um, it's very similar to Grandia, which is a JRPG that I played a lot of when I was a good deal younger and had time to play these things. You see, there's two phases to everybody, and we're all moving along this timer bar at the bottom. There's wait, and then once you've hit that line before the red bar, you can cast. You can choose what you want to do, and then you have to wait for that action to be delivered. Everybody has every action has a certain wait time that's attached to it. I've just gotten something else, so I might swap them out just to see what my new character can do. So I can do the usual potion stuff, run away, things like that. But yeah, these actions, they can take a medium long or very long period of time, or I can defend, which is instant. And there's tactics to this. You want to look at where your enemies are on the screen. I've got time here because they're still waiting. I've got time to sort of charge up and deliver this this attack here. So I'm going to deliver a light attack, magic attack to this person. And now, as we're nearly at the end of that bar, I don't need to worry about that flying enemy because Aurora's going to hit him before he can finish casting his attack, and that means he's going to get bumped right back to the beginning of the queue. I've got Finn, my new character here, so let's swap out people, and then I can do stuff with him as well. What does he do? Lightning Strike, but that takes a long time, as does Monsoon, as does everything takes a long time, so let's knock that spider off the queue as well. And usually you've got your usual MP, HP stuff, your health points, your movement, your magic points to deal with. You've also got the Firefly has just casted something that will increase his movement speed. You've also got the Firefly that I can control on the right stick, just flying around. He can, fly over these plants to get more points, get to sort of help heal and things like that. I can hover over and hold L2 to heal a member of my party, or I can hold L2 over an enemy to make them kind of shrink away, and that will slow them down. So I definitely want to do that right here on this guy, and then hope that works. And also, let's see what magic attacks he does. Let's do a wildfire attack on that guy. There we go. So that was a plan perfectly delivered here. Ah, wow. So different enemies are vulnerable to different elemental attacks, so there's that to consider. And yeah, just in general, I think a lot of combat systems in a lot of RPGs just irritate me because I don't like the dice rolling nature of it. I don't like not being in as much control as I want to be. But this, as I say, I did play quite a bit of Grandia back in the day, and that actually appeals to me because there's more strategic considerations going into things, and I'm leveling up here. You level up quite often, which is, oh, my health goes leveled up. You didn't even really do much. You could just disappear. Fear, disappear. Let's level up my guys. Oh, and of course, yeah, as soon as you get a new person on your party, you get shitloads of skill points anyway. And this is your upgrade tree to look at here, that you can upgrade your characters in several different areas, either defensively, attackingly, or magically. And so you've got to weigh up these things. I can increase magic by 2, or physical defense by 5. Counterattack. Seems useful. I haven't done much on my attacking things here, so. And then maximum MP, maximum HP. Magic defense, do magic defense down there, and let's buff this guy up hugely in just all sorts of areas. I'm not really a big min-max person, I just kind of go all over, just screw it, F it. I'm not even looking at what they are. Okay, cool. And yeah, then sorry, I just got momentarily confused with my circle and X's. This is the Japanese version of the game. By the way, I should say I got it off the Japanese PSN store. There's also a physical version in Japan. I don't know whether this is the same in other territories, which is a couple of hundred yen more. Yeah, the only difference, there is full English in the Japanese version, even in the download. The only difference is, selects on circle and backs on X rather than the other way around. There's also this oculi system. You pick up stones in the environment and then you can augment your weapons with them. So I'm going to drop in here. I've got a bunch of stones here and each have a benefit to me. So I can add damage of fire or water types or lightning types. Let's have a little bit of that, and let's go, and magical damage could be useful. Fire damage resistance, reduce magical damage, yeah, okay, and then plus 4 max HP. I can then craft stones of my own. Say a couple of those. No, that won't do. There's some recipes. You get tips. Do some blue and red gets purple apparently. So let's do that. And then I've crafted amethyst, and then that might have a different effect, but you get the idea. So that's kind of designed to get you to explore the environment and things, and that's part of the, as I was going to say, the Rayman influence that exists in Child of Light. And one thing that I really like about the game is, much as with Rayman, even though it's an RPG, there's sort of platformer style puzzles in this game, block pushing, that kind of thing. But also, there's this Rayman-like feel of directing you one place, but then giving you visual hints as to secrets and things. So you can just see something off to the right there, and I think if I move a little bit more to the right, I bet I'm going to find a surprise. And yeah, you do. And you go in here, like that, and bosh. And I got a ruby with my guy on the right stick here. You can also have a second player take control of this dude. You can control it with the right stick. You can use the touchpad on the PS4. Or if you're playing with Vita, you can use the touchscreen. I bet there's probably more things up here, actually. And yeah, there is that... There's a little bit of risk and reward to finding these secrets, because you have to move through here and then get attacked. But, much like with Rayman, what I loved about Rayman was this idea of, if there's, if you think, oh, I bet there's something here, then more often than not, there is. And so, I think that's awesome. I really enjoy that kind of aspect of exploration. There is this sort of, exploratory feel to everything, which is really wonderful, and it's kind of like, it's got that similar, it's got that similar childlike wonder that Rayman had, where it does sort of encourage you to explore, and it is about the joy of exploring these painterly backdrops and dipping in a very sort of tactile sense, in a very visceral sense, like dipping into this painting that's there. I think that's really pretty damn cool. And it does tie into the whole sort of, I don't know, the fairy tale like feel to it, the fact that characters speak in rhyming couplets, this kind of thing. It does feel like there is this sense of childlike wonder, despite the fact that the game in itself is fairly, there's these maudlin themes to everything, and it's fairly dark. But there is this kind of delightful nature to it. That's enough of you. Oh dear. And finish off this spider chap. Any more? I should just give him my lightning attack, but at least I'll push him back to the start. Oh no, that didn't interrupt him. That's really annoying. He was right on the edge of being interrupted there. There you go. Just... Yeah, lightning strike. Lightning him up. There we go, that did it. And hooray, he's gonna level up so I don't even have to heal him afterwards. Lovely. Thank you very much. There you go. So yeah, this guy, a magician, try out in audition. Yeah, I just like that. There's a sense of playfulness and a sense of whimsy to it that offset the kind of dark nature of it. It is very much like a European fairy tale in that regard, and it's a game that, yes, I'm really enjoying Child of Light so far. I do not like RPGs, so I don't know what that means to you. I think it means generally if you're kind of tired of massively long RPGs, and I guess the South Park game was like this as well. As I'm gonna heal up here because that last fight took it out of me. I think, yeah, South Park seemed to have had this appeal or issue, conversely, with some players. Of it being too short and too easy to be this massive, horrible, dry RPG experience. But I like that because it isn't a massive, horrible, dry RPG experience. It's just a kind of a really pretty game that you really want to get, or I really want to get involved with, and sort of dive into this gorgeous art. And it's gamey and instant gratification-y enough for me to really enjoy it, and I'm someone who is kind of obsessed with, kind of instant gratification and things. So I'm being rewarded here because I picked up an item there which permanently increases my HP. So I can take that. I've forgotten that I had these, so I really need to take on that. So there you go. And then let's give that to Finn. There you go. I've got one more. I'll take one of those as well. Yeah, I'm really thoroughly enjoying this so far. So there'll be more on Child of Light as I play more of it, and as I get to the end, there'll be a full written review up on kaijupop.com in due course. In the meantime, yeah, this might well be worth your 1,500 yen or your $15. Or 17 if you get the physical version, if that exists in other regions, I don't know. Yeah, well worth checking out Child of Light on pretty much everything. Not on Vita though, which blows my mind, because the controls just suit, it's very simple control rise, and even when you play in remote play, when I first played this, my wife was watching TV, so I was playing on remote play, and the game straight up at the start said, "Oh, hey, you're connecting with the Vita. Like, this is how you control everything specifically with your Vita." In game it was like that. So that kind of says there's probably a Vita version inbound at some point. It would really be an awesome fit for Vita. So I really do hope that it does come out on that. But it isn't yet for whatever reason. Yeah, definitely well worth checking out as I'm dominating here. So let's just finish this fight, see what happens. Let's have a monsoon. I've never seen a monsoon before. No, it didn't do much for him. It's attrition. He has too much of it. Yay! That wasn't too difficult at all. Yeah, Child Light on pretty much everything. You might well want to check it out. It's pretty cool. chrischarlton4kaijupop.com. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. I'm going to sign off before I spoil this puzzle for you, because I'm going to solve it really easily, probably, if it's anything like the other ones. Bye, bye, bye.